Hey guys, I've got a really special guest here for you today. It's Sam from Social Connection, and he's here to talk to you about SEO for e-commerce. So a lot of you guys in my Facebook group, YouTube, and I just see it all around. You guys ask how you can get, I guess, free sales in a way, and SEO obviously is a way to get organic sales. So we're going to have a bit of an interactive chat here today with Sam. Sam's an SEO expert. He'll tell you a bit more about himself. And he's going to run you through, I guess, a bit of a crash course on a beginner's guide to SEO, basically. Is that right, Sam?
Yeah, perfect. You've hit the nail on the head. So, yeah, thanks for having me, Nick. I really appreciate this conversation. And today I'm going to go over a little bit about myself, what I've done in the past, some of my results, and then we'll go into a bit of I guess like a quick mini guide onto SEO for e-commerce and what you guys can be doing to optimize your websites and, you know, how to get quick results. And that's the good thing about SEO. Some people overcomplicate it and make it seem, overly technical. SEO can be very technical, but sometimes it doesn't need to be. You know, if you understand where to start and how to start and get things optimized quite quickly, then you'll be able to, generate great results and do very well for yourself. So, yeah, let me share my screen and start the presentation.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, awesome. Do you see my screen? It's all good?
Yeah, I can see it, man. It looks good.
I hope you like my design skills.
Yeah, dude, your slides are so much better. You're going to make me look bad. Everyone's going to say, oh, where's Nick's good slides? Mine are just like Google Sheet slides. Everyone's probably thinking I'm fucking boring.
This is done by Canva, by the way. So big shout out to Canva. All right, awesome. Let's get straight into it. So just a little bit about myself. I've been in digital marketing for nearly 12 years now. I've started doing SEO and affiliate marketing when I first got into digital marketing. Never looked back since. I originally studied communication design, and decided marketing was the pathway for me to actually start, making money and results and helping clients and so on. For the last 12 years, been working with 600 plus brands. Some of the clients I've worked with include Airbnb, New Balance, Crown, JW Marriott, AB Jennings, and some of the biggest brands in Australia and abroad.
That's some awesome clients, man.
Thanks, yeah, appreciate it.
Which one was your favorite? Which one?
Oh man, it's hard to have a favorite. I love all my clients. You know, like all the brands I've worked with, they've all been unique. They all have unique goals and metrics that I've tried to deliver. But I'm a big fan of e-commerce. Obviously, that's a big thing. That's part of what I love. I love seeing direct sales as a result of driving more traffic to a website. But I also love travel and like hotels and so, because they're great to work with, and plus I get to stay for free. So
oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you've got a pretty cool Instagram page, man. You get to go to some cool places.
Thank you, I appreciate it. We'll leave that for another conversation.
Yeah.
Apart from that, been featured on Forbes about 3-4 times. I've actually written an article on Forbes on e-commerce SEO. So if you look me up by name, Sam Founder, you'll find my article on e-commerce SEO and some good actionable tips for you guys to start optimizing your websites, as well as being featured on Smart Company as well. I've written an article about Instagram marketing. I'm the founder of Social Connection. I actually rank our website #1 on Google for any keywords like social media agency, social media marketing agency, social media Melbourne. All these variations of keywords to prove that we don't only talk the talk, we also walk the walk.
Melbourne's a big city. For those of you that don't know that are watching internationally, Melbourne is a really big city. It's the second biggest city in Australia. So you're talking what, like 3-4 million people? How many? It's several. Yeah, it's a big city. It's not a small city. So to rank that high is awesome.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. So these are some of my features, and that's the articles I mentioned to you previously about the e-commerce SEO. So how to achieve quick wins with e-commerce SEO. A very good informative article for you guys to check out if you want quick optimization tips. And also on the right-hand side, you can see the Smart Company feature. So if you search me up by name, you'll find all my features.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
All right, awesome. We'll get into some case studies Just Jeans, very, very large brand based in Australia. It's owned by the Just Group, which own multiple brands. So I've worked across 9 of their brands. And this is I guess one of the highlights for a very competitive keyword like jeans. We were able to achieve position 2 on Google, which is a very, very large keyword and a very competitive keyword. You can also see denim jacket, again, ranking number 1. And you can see also the search volumes here on the right-hand side, what the search volumes are for these keywords. So in terms of traffic, you can also see here on the graph on the left-hand side, the growth over time. And these are the traffic growth organically.
Yeah, wow.
Next one is New Balance. We've had 100% organic traffic increase in less than 6 months. Working with the brand. We've got a lot of other case studies, but I'm not going to bore you guys with all these metrics. I want to get straight into the actual actionable tips, what you guys really need to use and optimize and how to use SEO to maximize results for you. Before I get into that, let's just start with why you should be doing SEO in 2020. Search engine optimization is a low-hanging fruit for e-commerce websites. Despite the fact that SEO has the highest ROI of any e-commerce marketing campaign, most online stores don't optimize for SEO. They go straight into paid ads, which is great. Paid ads do drive great results and it's quicker results. However, never put all your eggs into one basket. You want to diversify your traffic, and nothing beats free organic traffic.
Oh, for sure. There's nothing better than hearing a cha-ching on Shopify and seeing it came from organic Google, man. That's
yeah, I love that too. Yeah. And the best thing about organic traffic as well is the fact that you can always retarget that traffic via social media or via Google ads or Google shopping ads. We can run remarketing campaigns as well. Yeah. So this is another really good strategy to drive highly interested traffic or people that have that buyer intent, and then retarget them via Google remarketing or via Facebook ads or Instagram ads or all the other social media advertising stuff. So they don't fall off as part of your funnel. So they're still coming back and easy to optimize and convert.
Yeah, and the good thing is with it as well is people actually trust the organic listings a lot more than the ads sometimes, because there's still, with a lot of people, a bit of stigma sometimes with ads.
That's right.
People don't like ads. I mean, no one actually likes an ad. So the actual organic listing, and people love it. And you would have seen it converts like crazy.
100%. So we are actually preconditioned to bypass ads when we see them. So when we see that term ads at the top of any listing, we automatically bypass them and trying to go straight into the organic results. Yeah. And this is based on, I guess, a trust factor that we all have, or instinct that we have.
Sneaky Google's made the ads look less like ads, though.
Of course, that's all about driving revenue, isn't it? So this next, slide, you can have a look at which digital marketing channel has the highest ROI for your website. This is according to Search Engine Journal, which is a very reputable, credible source for anything related to search engines on Google. As you can see, organic search, 49% in terms of driving the most, ROI. Then you got paid search, you got email, then you got social media.
That's awesome.
A little bit of SEO facts for you guys to get your head around in terms of what you can expect. And obviously you take this with a grain of salt. For example, let's assume we've got a keyword, and that keyword, we've got here gifts for her, gets about 11,000 searches a month on average, according to Ahrefs, which is a paid tool that we use for SEO. Assuming 35% of those clicks go to the first result, which is the first result they see when they type in that keyword. And that's the average across keywords in general on Google. So ranking number 1 for that keyword will get you an extra 3,850 clicks.
Yeah.
Now let's assume that your conversion rate of these clicks is 10%, which is a very low conversion rate.
For organic traffic, for organic, for ads, it would be phenomenal, but for organic, it's
this is purely for organic traffic. Yeah. Hypothetically, let's say you're ranking number 1 for that keyword, you would score an extra 385 sales per month
Yeah.
just for that one word.
Yeah, that's awesome. You times that by your average order value and you've got your additional sales dollars per month. And that's what everyone needs to do, man. I think people forget the numbers behind this, hey?
That's right. Yeah. Like, so when you really break it down by numbers, then you really get the value of SEO. You know, a lot of people don't see that immediately because it's a long-term type strategy. But, you know, if you were able to optimize for low-hanging fruit, even if you were to get keywords with low search volumes in combination as clusters, can actually make up a very, you know, quantifiable number, which will able to drive a lot of extra free sales for you.
Is that kind of how you pitch it to your clients too? Like if you have a prospective client, is that kind of what you're telling them as well?
Yeah, look, I'll break these numbers down to them based on the keyword research. So initially when we start a campaign, we look at keyword research, we look at, you know, you look at your industry as a whole, and we look at all the potential search volume across that cluster of keywords. And then we make some guesses in terms of what you can expect. Obviously, these numbers can be all hypotheticals until obviously we start ranking and getting things, you know, moving. But once you're building a bit of momentum for SEO, the results can be like outstanding. We've got clients doing, you know, $500,000 a month just through SEO as an extra channel. You know, apart from all the paid ads and all the other channels that they're focusing on. So having SEO is very, very important. It gives you a lot of free sales and there's a lot of potential in it. All right, awesome. So these are the essentials for SEO. So you can see here, keyword research, on-page optimization, and off-page optimization. So these are the 3 tiers that we use in SEO to when we start with a new website project. Keyword research, my favorite tool and easiest way to, you know, begin your keyword research is basically go to google.com or google.com.au or wherever you are. Type in a keyword, which is basically your seed keyword. So for example, luxury flowers. And then Google will give you all the variations of what people are also searching for that's related to your initial search term. I grab these keywords. Whatever I find that's relevant, I take these keywords and I note down into a Google Doc. Now, I love using Google Docs because it's easy, it's shareable, it's in a cloud, very easy to use between your team if you got a team or if you got a VA or anyone else that you're working with. It's quite a good tool to use. And I keep searching for variations. So if you got one seed keyword, which is could be based on one specific category, then I'll look at all your other categories and then I start putting in that seed.
You start off quite broad, would you say? You start off broad and then kind of narrow down and find some of those longer tail keywords. Yeah, so it's really quite similar, I guess, to Google Ads as well. I mean, it's a similar process, isn't it?
It is, yeah, very, very similar. Well, it's all on the Google platform, so it's a similar way of searching for ideal keywords to use on your website. Another tool that's created by Google, highly recommended, is the Keyword Planner. Now, there's 2 options. There's 2 ways for you to use a Google Keyword Planner. You can use it with keywords where you put in a seed keyword and it'll spit out a whole bunch of variations for that keyword. Or you can actually start with a website. So you can use your competitors' websites and put it into the Keyword Planner, which will spit out all the keywords that that website is ranking for. This is one other really good strategy to reverse engineer what your competitors are actually ranking for. So to start, I would look into who's ranking in your industry in the top 3 positions, because these are more likely to have a lot of keywords that they're already ranking for. I'll grab the URL, I'll go into Keyword Planner, and I'll put it in, and then you'll see all the results. And this is another really good strategy to download all the lists of variations without having to do a lot of tedious, work in terms of thinking about what keywords to target. You can immediately use what your competitors are already ranking for. Download the keywords in an Excel file. I'll put it again into a Google Doc. Ideally, like a good tip for you guys to use is optimize for long tail keywords. And just to give you a quick idea what long tail keywords are keywords with more than 2 words in combination. So for example, luxury flowers is considered a short tail keyword. A long tail keyword would be luxury flowers online, luxury flowers Melbourne, luxury flowers plus city, anything like that sort. They're more likely to convert and you'll get actually better results targeting these type of keywords.
That makes sense.
I hope that all makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's helpful, man.
If you guys want looking for a paid tool and you're happy investing in a paid tool, obviously you get a lot more data.
Yeah.
Two of the top tools in the industry, Ahrefs.com and SEMrush. They're industry standard tools. We use both of them in our agency. Very helpful. You can sign up for a free account on SEMrush. It's another strategy as well. You can start populating your competitors' domains into SEMrush, and you can also start finding a lot of the keywords that they're ranking for. And this is another tool that you can use for keyword research.
And is one better at other things than the other? Ahrefs?
Yes.
Yeah. So if someone was looking for one, is there one you would recommend over the other, or not?
If you're quite technical and you understand, SEO data, then Ahrefs is the tool that I would use. If you're still starting out and you want to, dabble into SEO, then SEMrush will probably be a bit more beginner friendly.
Sure.
All right. So going into the next section, which is on-page SEO, very important part to SEO. One of the most important elements when it comes to SEO is page speed. As you also understand, when it comes to conversion rate optimization, page speed plays a very, very important role, because the faster your page is, the faster the speed of your website, the better the results are, because people are not going to bounce off, and then you start actually getting good results. SEO and Google in general looks for faster loading pages, and it helps you rank higher in search results and rewarding you by having a faster landing page. So
it's the same with Google Ads. Like I've seen, especially if you have smart campaigns, if you've got a slow page or any variances in your load speed, the smart campaigns especially really freak out. If there's a sudden drop off or a big page load speed issue, I found that it's actually like one of the major keys to smart campaigns doing well on Google Ads too.
Yeah, looking in general, in digital marketing in general, you'll find that page speed is crucial. When it comes to social advertising, when it comes to Google Ads, SEO, any form of marketing or advertising, page speed is very important because it impacts user experience, and that's something that you should always be watching out for when it comes to your website. You don't want a slow loading website, because that impacts your sales, it impacts your conversion rate, it impacts a lot of your marketing efforts. So 3 key tips I'd suggest. I'd first start optimizing your images. That's probably like one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't look for is, uploading very large images and not optimizing them for the web. So there are a lot of tools and plugins that you can use if you're using Shopify or WooCommerce that you can use immediately to optimize your images and use that speed for your website. Another thing I'd recommend, enable browser caching. You may need a developer to do that, because that can affect your landing pages. So it's something that also I'd recommend for you to do as well, whether it's in Shopify or WooCommerce. And finally, optimize your plugins. Sometimes we download a lot of plugins and then we deactivate them and leave them there. I'd recommend just removing them completely if they're as they do slow down your website as well.
Especially things like Hotjar and Lucky Orange, those recording ones chew up a lot. So if you're going to use those, only install them temporarily.
Yes. Yeah. Only if it's necessary and you really need them and they're active, I'd keep them there. If not, the less plugins you have, the better it is for your website. The better it is for your speed in general. The next thing, and this is something very important. So a lot of, CMSs or people that use, custom, e-commerce websites, they don't have Shopify or WooCommerce. You'll find they run into a lot of problems. So things like Magento or, OzCommerce or some of these other platforms. You'll find that the URLs come and look like this. They have like a lot of numbers and jargons and all these different terms at the end of the URL. This is not good for Google. This is not good for SEO in general, because Google doesn't really understand what your page is about. So your structure, as you can see here, is your domain name and then your keyword, straight after. This gives Google a good idea in terms of what your page is really about and helps index it for that much better.
So would you also recommend your domain name having what you sell in it as well? So the actual domain. So if you sell, I don't know, for example, electric bikes, would you have electric bikes in there? Would that actually help as well?
It does help. In recent years, Google has tried to diminish the fact that using exact match domains, which basically domains that use a keyword in it. However, like based on case studies I've seen and even some of our own results, they do work, and they still do work quite well. As long as you're not over optimizing, as long as you're not stuffing keywords on your page, then you're fine to use an exact match. Something that I really recommend that I personally like myself is called partial match domains. They're using, for example, a branded term with a keyword next to it. So, for example, phoenixelectricbikes.com.au.
Cool.
Or
that makes sense.
Something else like a branded keyword and then your keyword in the domain. So these are favorable for Google because one, you include what the domain's about. At the same time, you're also using a brand that people can memorize and really know who you are. So having organized URLs in that structure, Shopify does this automatically. So don't need too much about having clean URLs with Shopify. With WooCommerce, this is something that you'll have to be careful with, but WooCommerce also allows you to do something very similar where you can edit the URL of your landing pages or your category pages or product pages. So that's something to keep mindful of. I always like to use on my category page broad keywords, and then on my product pages, long tail keywords that are related to the product. So this is the tips and strategies that I'd recommend. Now, the fun part, meta tags. Meta tags are very, very important for your websites. Ideally, you want the meta tags to be unique for each category page and ideally unique for each product page as well as your home page. So meta tag is what, when you type in, for example, a specific keyword on Google, it tells you what the website's about. So you got the title, which represents the information on top of the browser and insertion results pages. And the meta tags, the meta description is the attribute that you see as a short description about the page, which appears under the title in the search results. Now, in terms of best practice, one of, I guess, like the best types of optimization or things that I'd recommend is to include your primary keyword at the start of the title and then end it with your brand name at the end. So, for example, luxury flowers online, that's my primary keyword. And then I'll put my brand, Betty's Flowers at the end. So this is a good way to tell Google what your website's about, and it also helps optimize your website properly, and to get also that keyword relevancy on the page. Now, Google cuts off titles that are longer than 60 characters. You want to keep it on 60 characters and less in your title.
So to change this, like say in Shopify, this is in the SEO description and SEO title section. Is that the section?
Right. Yeah, that's right. So you can find the one for the homepage in the preference section. And then each category page at the bottom of the page, you'll find meta title, meta description. So ideally, you want to keep it unique for each category page. And if you do have the time, it's for each product page. Meta description now doesn't really impact directly search results. However, having a good optimized meta description can impact your click-through rate, which in turn impacts your search results. Because the higher click-through rate you get through your organic search, the higher you actually go up and the more you rank on Google. So it's like an indirect way of ranking your website. So for example, as you can see here, I've got the keyword here again, order luxury flowers delivered from $140, premium handcrafted for any occasion, international and local next day delivery available. Click and order today. So I've included the keywords here at the start again. I've also some variations, premium. You got luxury, you got premium, handcrafted. And at the end, I've included a call to action, which drives sales and drives impact for your search results. Now, optimizing your category pages, I've included what you should be doing. Ideally, for each category page, I would include a unique short description that could be text that's written on your category page. And then I would include some of your primary keywords on there and some secondary keywords. So secondary keywords would be long tail. Primary keywords would be more of the broader keywords. Ensure that you write keywords that are useful to the user, not only to search engines. So you don't want to write in a spammy way. You still want to make sure that the copy makes sense. It does convert and helps with the user experience overall.
Yeah. So that would just be like natural wording, hey, like just how you naturally speak or write. Yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah. So you want to write for the user and then search engine second. You don't want to be spamming, your category pages with keywords. And this is something that people used to do in the past, keyword stuffing. It's not good for SEO at all. You'll actually start having negative impact on your search results.
Right.
So you'd want to make sure you're writing keywords in a natural way that does make sense to people. The other key things that I'd highly recommend is to link out from your category page description to other relevant pages and other relevant keywords, because this helps pass on authority to all your other landing pages.
Yeah.
So overall, your rankings can be increased across your whole site rather than one specific category page. So this is like another great strategy to use when you're writing content, so keep that in mind.
So in terms of importance, would you say people should work on their homepage and category pages first and then go to products? Or if they have a specific product that's doing really well, maybe focus on their best sellers or something like that? Is that what you'd normally do?
Yeah, so homepage is your primary page. That's a page you really want to focus on first. So I would use broad keywords on your homepage to things started. And then I would write, I would do all the meta tags for the homepage, and then I would do the product description, or a page description for your homepage, which will include keywords. And then I would link out from your homepage straight into all your top category pages, which is the internal linking structure. And then I would focus on each category page and then product pages. So that's the structure that I would follow.
Yeah, cool.
Now, image alt tags, basically, Google doesn't read images. Google reads a description that you write about images. I've included some, examples of good, bad, and best, strategy for it. So you can see here, bad, missing alt text. That's not having any sort of description for your images. Second segment here, you can see that's called keyword stuffing. So, having multiple keywords or the same keyword repeated over and over again. Very spammy, not good for SEO at all. Here is a bit of structure, just having the actual, keyword once. Best structure is to describe exactly what's on the actual product or what's in the actual image. So you can see the best structure you have here. Now, this section looks at the best landing page optimization and what you should be doing. These are some good, quick takeaway tips from this, mini guide in terms of like how to optimize and what you should be doing. With the title tags, I would start with your main keyword first at the start, as I mentioned previously. And then, these are some things that will help boost your click-through rate on your website. Essentially things like, X amount or X percentage off, like for example, 30% off this product or 30% off this category, for example, or things like, buy and shop, or any of these type of keywords that people do search for, which it does impact your click-through rate. The next section, description tags, again, start with the keywords, then add incentives for people to buy. So things like, free shipping, on sale, fast delivery, buy now, pay later, all these key things that help impact your click-through rate. And this in turn impacts your search results and does increase your overall search. And then finally, product and category description. Ideally, for an SEO, they want to have a lot of content. Like, that's the best form of ways to, really rank for big search terms and to get a lot of search data. But, for e-commerce, you want to make sure that the user experience is still there, and you don't want a lot of text, which takes away from the user experience. So I would say a good starting point, 150 to 200 words for your category pages, and making sure that you still include the keywords. I wouldn't mention the keywords more than 2 or 3 times for the category page to ensure that you're not stuffing the keywords, and make sure it reads naturally as well.
Cool.
Now, if you're looking for professional help, my agency, we do offer a one-off setup, which basically looks at your on-page optimization, what we discussed, or an ongoing strategy. Now, what I've shown you guys is basically what makes up 20% of your rankings. Now, what makes up 75 to 80% of your rankings is something called off-page SEO, which is basically link building. So these are links are basically votes from other sites or from other sites that are relevant to your industry that go back to your website, that drive referral traffic to your website. Now, this is something that obviously can be quite technical and can go a little bit in depth, but and it's something that we can cover on a longer course or a longer webinar as part of like what we've discussed. And this is something that we can help you with a complete strategy, or if you're looking for a one-off strategy, something that we can help you with to optimize your website and get fast results as well.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, guys, if you want to reach out to Sam, he's actually in the group as well, or just go to his website. We'll leave all the links below to get in contact with him in the links below in the YouTube comments, in the YouTube description. So yeah, you'll be able to get in contact with him nice and easily.
So basically what we want to do is there's 2 things. Like, if you guys want a done for you service, this is something that we can help you with. If you do have any sort of questions, I'm actually quite open. I'm not going to charge you any money for asking any specific questions when it comes to SEO. This is something I'm more than happy to help you guys with. But apart from that, you can easily reach me, via our agency site, sam@socialconnection.com.au, and we can look at your website, look what you're doing, and we'll give you some recommendations in terms of how to start and how to the easiest way to get some quick wins.
Yeah, awesome, man. What we might do down the track as well, man, is get you on a Facebook Live or YouTube Live where people can ask you a few questions as well if they've got a few more questions. I'm sure. I hope you start putting out some more content, because I think it's an area people want to learn more about. I'm really interested in it, and it kind of goes hand in hand with paid traffic as well. A lot of the skills, I guess, at least some of them are transferable. So people learning stuff from you is going to help them with ads as well. So thanks so much for your time, man, and taking the time out to put the presentation together. I really enjoyed it, and hope everyone else has as well. And get in touch with Sam if you need some SEO work done on your website.
Thanks for having me, Nick. Yeah, appreciate it.
No problems at all, man. Thank you. For those of you that stuck around, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I met Sam recently down in Melbourne when I was there for Digital Marketer, and he's a really cool guy, really knows his stuff. As you saw, has worked with some phenomenal brands. So guys, if you want to see more of this type of content, let me know in the comments below. And also make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, okay? Let's keep at this momentum. I want to keep growing this channel, okay? I want you guys to tell me what you need from me to grow your e-commerce store or agency, okay? Thanks so much, guys, and see you in the next video.